Today I'm going to teach you how to create this kind of AI generated videos that go viral on TikTok and on YouTube using Veo3 from Google. This is one of the cases that go completely viral. You can see here he gets thousands upon thousands of views. This is, for example, a stormtrooper that is again from Veo3. You can see everything happening here. This is pretty amazing stuff, and I've been creating an AI workflow on N8n, which is super simple to use. It's literally plug and play for you guys. I wasted hours to fix this from people that have posted videos already. Originally, this is from RoboNuggets, but it had loads of problems, and I also increased and improved some things. And let me show you exactly the process so you don't waste the money that I've wasted while the original automation was not working. So first of all, we will need a Google Sheets. It's as simple as having a Google Sheet that you can call however you like. You can call it, you want 4 columns. The first one is idea, status, prompt, and environment. Okay, so on idea, you are going to place your original idea. In this case, I have placed ancient Greek soldier speaking to a camera. The status is going to be changing, dynamically. For first try, I will show you exactly what I'm placed. And the prompt and environment is going to be filled in by our AI models. So let's walk through the automation and why I think this is the best Veo3 automation out there compared to what other people have pushed out. But before we do so, I want to show you the result. So let's go ahead and see the actual result.
Zeus, help us! They're breaking through!
Alright, so you've seen the automation that we have created. This is the whole script over here. And you can see here that it was generated like this time ago. Now, what about the pricing? This is so costly. I've put $10 in. These 2 requests were a mistake. I wasted so much time and around $1 to fix the automation. And the rest of the automation costed like $5.5. So Veo3 is very costly, but you don't have to generate audio and sound effects, and the quality is absolutely amazing. So this is the workflow. As we've said, you will need a Google Sheet, and after you get a Google Sheet, you will have to go to AI Studio and set up your credentials. There are all of the things you need in terms of setting up things are over here. So let me show you the problems that I actually found so you can solve them. By the way, this automation you will be able to download through the link down below in the description from Kit. It's completely free. You just have to put your email and you can just download the JSON file. So after you download the JSON file, you want to import the automation by clicking these 3 dots and import from file. So this will be like the file that you will import, and it will look like a little bit like that. So the first thing is putting up your account on Gemini. Over here, you could use another AI model. You could go with ChatGPT, whatever. For this automation, I used 2.5 Flash Preview on AI Studio, which is completely free to use. I also have a think mode here and an output parser. I have simplified pretty much a lot of things in this automation, so we minimize costs and, just keep everything as simple as possible, which was super important for me. So first thing, on Google Sheets, you want to import your document. In my case, it's X automation. Just place your own name here on the first line and specify the sheet you want to get files from. So mine, if you see here, it's called AI Veo3. You may have sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. So we want to get the status column, and here when it sees the value create, it's going to get like the line, okay? And this is like the second line in our case. So it gets the idea, the status, and we also want to return only the first matching row. So this automation is pretty conservative. You just run it to execute it, but it's super safe. You're not going to be charged crazy amounts of money. So that's what I like about this. It's pretty beginner friendly, very defensive. Only when you click execute workflow, it's going to start running. It only matches a single row. So worst case scenario, you are going to generate 1 video maximum. So I tried to make as, safe workflows as possible for beginners. So this is the AI agent. Essentially, it's going to take the idea column from the first row. So this is essentially your input. And using the system prompt created and right now adapted by me, but created by Robot Nuggets, it's going to output the environment and a new idea and the status that is going to change for production. So initially the status, you want to write the word create, okay? And then after it passes through the first request and gets the prompt and the environment, it's going to change to for status. So that's what happens on this second node over here. It takes like the idea and it maps it to the prompt. It takes the environment, maps it to the environment column, and it takes the status and maps it to the status column. So that's how it's doing the change. Also, it changes only the original prompt from the idea tab. So it matches, it goes, it searches and finds the actual idea that we changed. I know this becomes complicated for no reason at all, but essentially the idea here is our initial prompt and our identification. So it identifies the row by the idea. What I would suggest, create a sheet, copy and paste everything here, idea, status, prompt, environment, and just use a workflow. Like, let's not overcomplicate everything. And yeah, it matches the idea, which is the column to match. This is like the ID and the initial prompt, then maps the values to the prompt, to the environment and the status. Then it goes to the second agent and essentially it gives a very simple prompt. Create a Veo3 prompt for this idea. This is the environment, blah, blah, blah. Super nice. There is also a system prompt here that was created from Robot Nuggets. I have not adapted this. Again, I always try to give credits where credits are due. And here is the big problem. This is where problems essentially start. So this create video is not working if you use the Robot Nugget like workflow. So first of all, you will need to go to File AI and you will have to create an API key, top up your balance, and do all of these sort of things. You need at least $10. Okay, so this is File AI. This is the dashboard. You want to go to billing. Okay, you want to top up some credits. I would just add credits. So when you are, when you have spent all of your credits, then you are done. So you don't care. I would not add payment with automatic top-ups. No, I don't like that. So just add $10 to test this out. Then what you want to do is create an API key, and then you want to create your header authentication account. So what do you have to place here? Because not a lot of people tell you. If you see, where is it? Do I have it here? No. So you want to say name authorization, and then listen carefully because this is something that I wasted 1 hour of my personal time fixing. On the key tab, you want to write something very specific. Let me show you exactly what. So you want to write key, like this thing, key and your key with a space in between. That's what you want to do, okay? Not super hard. So here it says key and my personal API key with a space in between. So it's like key, space, key with capital key, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blah, 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 whatever, doesn't matter, okay? So that's what you want to place here to save your credentials. Another mistake that was done in the automation that I adapted over here was the actual prompt. You want to select JSON using JSON, and the prompt, you want to stringify it like here before you place it in the next folder. So as you can see, I take the output, I stringified it, I place it into a prompt key value pair, and I get the response URL, status URL, cancel URL. You can just go ahead and use this to actually see the video, or you can see it on your dashboard. So you're pretty much done already at this point. So if you go here on your requests, you can see all of my requests. You will be able to see your own requests on this dashboard, and you can find this video over here. Okay, so it's that simple. It's not that complicated. But the last part of the automation is a response that you wait for 10 minutes, which in many cases doesn't really work like that for some reason, which I don't know why that happens. But at the end of the process, it goes and gets like the request header using your header account that you have signed up in. So it uses this to get the request in the method, and it does the final update in the repository. So essentially it gives you the JSON URL, which is pretty much what it is over here. Okay, so that's the general idea. That's pretty much the output. This is the output that you are going to get, and you will be able to place it like in a tab here that says like URL. So I've not created that part in the automation. You can do it on your own because for some reason this waiting for response is not working, and it's really breaking my nerves at this point. But yeah, you can literally just download the video from the dashboard and move on with your lives, or just maybe it works for you, but it doesn't work for me, and that's what makes me so angry. So yeah, this was another automation that we created. In any case, if you want to learn more about N8n and Veo3 automations, and support the channel over here, you can check my AI course. It's going to be down below in the description. It's hosted on Udemy. You pay only once, you get all of the updates. So this was my most costly video. This literally cost how much? Like $7, which is insane. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.